The Nereids were the sea nymphs of ancient Greek mythology, who were the daughters of Nereus, the old man of the sea, and Doris, an ocean goddess. They were 50 or 100 in number, depending on the source, and each had a specific name and attribute. They were beautiful and kind. And they helped sailors and fishermen in times of need. They also accompanied Poseidon, the god of the sea, and sometimes joined in his battles. Some of the most famous Nereids were Thetis, who was the mother of Achilles, the greatest hero of the Trojan War. She tried to make her son immortal by dipping him in the river Styx, but she forgot to hold his heel, which became his only vulnerable spot. She also gave him divine armor made by Hephaestus, the god of fire and metalworking. Amphitrite, who was the wife of Poseidon and the mother of Triton, was a merman. She was often depicted as riding a chariot drawn by sea creatures. She was not very fond of her husband's affairs with other women and once fled to Atlas, a titan who held up the sky. Poseidon sent a dolphin to persuade her to return. And he rewarded the dolphin by placing him among the stars as a constellation. Galatea, who was the love interest of Polyphemus, a one-eyed giant called a Cyclops, she did not return his feelings and preferred a handsome mortal named Assus. Polyphemus became jealous and crushed Assus with a boulder, but Galatea turned his blood into a river that flowed into the sea. She then became a sea goddess and lived with her lover's spirit in the water. The Nereids were generally benevolent and helpful to humans. But they could also be vengeful if they were insulted or harmed. For example, when Cassiopeia, the queen of Ethiopia, boasted that her daughter Andromeda was more beautiful than the Nereids, they asked Poseidon to send a sea monster to ravage her land. Andromeda was chained to a rock as a sacrifice to appease the beast, but she was rescued by Perseus, who later married her. The Nereids were also involved in many other myths and stories, such as the voyage of Jason and the Argonauts, who sought the Golden Fleece. The adventures of Odysseus, who faced many dangers on his way home from Troy, and the birth of Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, who emerged from the sea foam. The Nereids were revered by the ancient Greeks as protectors of the sea and its creatures and as sources of inspiration and beauty.